Hi Aries, welcome to Spirit Mail. This week I would normally be doing love readings, but I feel called to do a different kind of reading. It's going to be called Reset with Spirit. I actually did a general reset with Spirit in my Daily Mail segment, but I feel guided to do it in each zodiac's reading. So we're going to do that this week, Reset with Spirit. I'm going to pull a card from Return of Spirit, and I feel like it's based on what's going on in the world right now. So I'm gonna pull a card from the Return of Spirit. It's a brand new deck, one that I haven't used often, and I'm gonna read the card, and then we're gonna pull clarifiers about how that pertains to you. So God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, we thank you so much for allowing us to use tarot as a tool and oracle decks. We ask you to show us through Return of Spirit as it relates to Aries during this time of a different kind of world that we're living in right now. Show us clearly how can Aries, or what should Aries, or what would it be beneficial for Aries to focus on as it relates to the reset. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly with Aries, what is our reset? Okay, guys. Aries, reset. Shifting. Okay. I love this because I don't know what the card says. We're going to look at it, but I'm looking at this center right here, and for me it reminds me of a heart, and it's filled with green, and it's like a greenish gold glow, and I feel like it's healing and growth mixed together, and it's like the heart is beginning to expand into the healing and the growth of the energy around it, and they're shifting. So we're going to see what the book actually says about it, and then we're going to pull clarifiers on how do we shift with this shifting. There's some shifting going on right now, right? Okay. It says, our personal and spiritual growth occurs in a series of rhythms and patterns. When we reach a certain level of experience and understanding, life will move into a holding pattern as we master it. Things will fall into a steady, reliable pattern. We come to know what to expect and how things are going to be. And because we humans are creatures of comfort and habit, we usually enjoy hanging out on the plateau where things are familiar and reliable. This card has come to you today because you are either about to enter into or you are already in one of those great shifts. It is a necessary part of your growth and higher learning. You're moving to a new level of consciousness and awareness. In order for this to happen, some of the old ways of life and of being must fall away to make room for the new. You may find yourself changing jobs or careers. Old friends or relationships may drift away as new people enter your life. You may move to a new home or have a sudden change in finances. On an energetic level, your consciousness is opening to hidden wounds that you carry. See, we talked about growth and healing. I mean, that's what I saw in that card, and it's talking about both. More than likely, you're feeling very far out of your comfort zone, possibly even experiencing situational depression. This shift is vital and necessary. Remain as calm as you can while the earth shakes under your feet. You will find yourself quite pleased with this new consciousness and way of being once this shift is complete. In the meantime, try to stay open as these changes occur. It may not feel comfortable, but you will come through this as a more evolved and stable person. I love this, and it speaks so clearly and directly to what's going on in our world right now. I'm going to use the I can't remember what it's called, and I don't have my box. It's the Dreamer's Journal or something like that tarot. Okay, so God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit show us clearly as it relates to shifting. And we know and we all acknowledge that things are shifting in our world, in the world as we know it. Show us as it relates to shifting. What is it that Aries, what particular areas are shifting in Aries' life? And how can they best navigate these energies? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what's shifting for Aries at this time. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Sun. I love this. Okay, so I feel like what they're saying is as it relates to shifting, and they, acknowledged in this book that there's things changing in our lives right now, right? The world as we know it, obviously things are changing. So I feel like Spirit's saying is that this is a time where we're growing, we're evolving, and maybe some hidden wounds are coming up. You're receiving a lot of clarity at this moment, or if you're not, I feel like Spirit's asking you to get quiet to receive the clarity that's coming in. It talked in the book about keeping be as calm as you can. Because whenever we're not calm, when we allow our mind to run away with us with thoughts about, the doom and gloom and all that other stuff, we cannot receive the clarity. So the card advised us to be as calm as we can during this process. And I'm just being reminded, they're showing me the labor, when I was in labor with the second child I gave birth to. And I was in the labor and delivery, and I was having contractions, and I was not screaming, but making very loud noises. And basically my doctor, and I loved him, but he said, Cheryl, all that noise is not going to change anything. Stop making that noise. It wasn't going to change anything. So it's like whenever we focus on the negative and the pain, and we allow ourselves to react, like I was allowing myself to react with all that noise. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, it's normal to make that noise or whatever, but I couldn't focus on, because I was focusing on the pain, the noise was coming out, basically is what I'm trying to say. Because I was focused on the pain, I couldn't change the pain. So instead, I could have just breathed into it, and I might have gotten more clarity on ways to deliver easier or whatever. But this is clarity. We can't get clarity when we're focused on the pain, is what I'm trying to say. So the other thing is the Ten of Wands. So I feel like these are heavy burdens, right? These are heavy burdens that we carry. We carry with us, we carry all the time. And I feel like that's another energy that's shifting, where the burdens of things that we carry, the things that we try to do to please other people, the things that we try to do to make ourselves acceptable to others and all that other stuff. These burdens are about to be laid down. There's a lot of shifting going on right now, and these are very deep personal things that you've carried, Aries, for a while, where you try to carry burdens, where you make other people, where you can feel acceptable to other people. I hope that's making sense the way I'm saying it. And then we have the Sun. And I feel like that is your story, right? That they're trying to bring you clarity about the things that you've done or that you do on a regular basis, the loads that you carry for others. And once you put it down, because that's the 10 of wands, right? That's the 10. So once you put it down, you walk into the Sun, because now you have the clarity, you've put down the weight, and your life is freer, more victorious. It flows easier. You walk in the warmth and the love and all that of of spirit moving through you and working through you and around you in your life. So in these shifting energies right now, I feel like that's what they're saying to you. They're here to bring you clarity. They're here to help you lay down some burdens, and they're here to move you into a happier place in your life. Okay, so we're going to get your PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my friends born under the sign of Aries. Please show us clearly, what is the PS? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Wow. I love it. Okay. Aries, look, it's you. Sorry. You're showing up in your own reading. So it's like all of this that's happening right now, you know, you can use these energies, these collective energies that are taking place in the world, to find your true self and to walk in your strength as the emperor. Aries, you're the culmination of all the kings. You're resourceful, you're intelligent, you're compassionate, and you resourceful, intelligent, compassionate, and inspired, right? And creative. So you have all of the resources of all of the kings. And this is what is saying. They're wanting to bring you back to who you are. So one of the things that they're saying, and look, that's the card that's laying under here, the clarity, who you are. And then under the 10 of Wands, right? It's time to lay this down. There's things that you look at, past failures, why you're not good enough, what you've done to help others or to convince others that you're worthy or acceptable and all that other stuff. And Spirit's saying it's time to lay that down. We need to take this heavy cloak off, these heavy burdens, and cover that, bury it. We're done with that. There's a new world for you on the other side of this, and you're going to be able to turn around and pick up those 2 cups after you take that heavy cloak off, after you lay those heavy burdens down. These are the energies that are shifting for you right now. And then you have the sun, right? And beneath the sun in the PS is the 4 of Swords, which is that you won't, it's kind of like the minor arcana of the Hermit card, right? It's like you go in and find your light, so you bring it out. It's like there's another piece of you that comes out. I woke up from a dream one night because I had this vision in my dream, and I got a notebook and I scribbled out what I saw. And it was like, you know, as we're growing up, as we're getting older, things happen and we build these walls in front of our hearts so that we can't get hurt, or we can't allow ourselves to be vulnerable. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to experience all that stuff. And in the meantime, that wall gets thicker and thicker and thicker as we move through life. And the next thing we know, because we're not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we're trying to get people to accept us, but they can't accept us if they don't know us, right? So what's happening is these little tower moments that come along in our lives, and as a collective we're experiencing a tower right now, is meant to lay something to rest. It's not like God did it to punish us, or God's doing it to make us, to shake us up, or anything like that. But we take the energies of the collective and navigate them in a way that benefits us most. So with this time that you have right now, you're going to be able to lay this last final thing. It's the final thing. It's in the things that you carry. And you're going to be able to lay it to rest and experience your life in the way that you intended to experience it before you came here. Okay, Aries, that is your reset with spirit reading. And I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Does it resonate? All that stuff. And I will see you guys again. Have a super duper day. Bye.